going to show you how easy it is to make liposomal vitamin C. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you understand the basics about the function of vitamin C in the body and its effect in healing. So just to mention a few things, it increases resistance to infection of any sort. So whether it's viral, fungal, bacterial, it'll help you get over things a lot faster. It's a powerful detoxifier. Vitamin C is able to attach to certain toxins in the body and render them harmless. It keeps blood vessels healthy. It protects the heart. It's absolutely necessary for adrenal function. In fact, the more stressed that you are, the higher your requirement for vitamin C, simply because stress depletes your body of vitamin C. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory and it's really helpful for anybody who has allergies. So what's the difference between liposomal vitamin C and standard vitamin C? So health practitioners will ask you to participate in a test called the bowel tolerance test, which means you can take a big dose of vitamin C and anything over what your body is not able to absorb, it'll push out and you'll get the runs. So your stomach has a limit of how much ascorbic acid it can handle before it becomes an irritant. And that's why a lot of practitioners will tell you to take vitamin C in small, more frequent doses to increase your ability to take a higher dose. Liposomal vitamin C bioavailability is massive. It's anywhere from between 70 to 90%. In fact, it's actually been shown to be more bioavailable than intravenous vitamin C. So for anyone who's sick, who has a chronic illness or a serious diagnosis, and they want to maximize the benefit of this miraculous vitamin, they want vitamin C to be going exactly where it needs to go, to the targeted area of where the body's inflamed, infected, in pain, or needs more support. So liposomal vitamin C is basically the process of which the ascorbic acid, which is a water-soluble constituent, becomes encapsulated in a fatty layer. Our cells actually have a cell wall that's made up of a fatty layer. So this enables the vitamin C to cross the cell wall and be able to go directly to where it needs to be. I'm not going to go too much into the history of therapeutic use and research and study, but if you're really interested, I highly recommend you have a look online at the research and work of some really brilliant doctors, such as Dr. Thomas Levy, Abram Hoffer, Klenner, Cathcart, Dr. Linus Pauling, who was a 2-time Nobel Peace Prize winner. He dedicated almost 50 years to researching the miraculous effects of vitamin C, and he predominantly used intravenous vitamin C, and he was the pioneer of orthomolecular medicine, which is a fancy term meaning using mega doses of vitamins. And probably most recently, Dr. Ron Hunninghake. In fact, there's a brilliant interview with Dr. McCullough and Dr. Hunninghake that I highly recommend you have a look. Okay, so what you will need is some non-GMO ascorbic acid powder, sunflower lecithin, a blender, and an ultrasonic machine, which I bought on eBay for about $80. So in my blender, I've put 2 glasses of slightly warmed filtered water, and I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of the sunflower lecithin powder, and we're going to set it on high for about a minute. So after about a minute, you'll notice it's just a little bit frothy at the top. And I just thought I'll mention some really interesting uses of lecithin. Lecithin is an emulsifier, which means it helps to break down fat. Our brain predominantly consists of fat. So lecithin is a brilliant supplement with for anybody with memory issues, cognitive decline, anxiety, depression. And because it's also really great at breaking down fat, it can help people with atherosclerosis, cholesterol issues, people with fatty liver disease, or people who simply have trouble digesting fat or are wanting something to maybe help them lose weight because they're not breaking down fat properly. So the next step is to put about 3 tablespoons of the ascorbic acid in about a glass of slightly warm filtered water. Just stir it in there. And then we're going to put the dissolved 3 tablespoons of ascorbic acid into the blended 6 tablespoons of lecithin powder. And then we're going to blend for another minute. Now this process is already encapsulating the ascorbic acid. Some people like to have it in the blender for a little bit longer. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of bicarb powder, which I've dissolved in a small amount of water. Now this process, be really careful. Basic chemistry, this is really acidic. In fact, the ascorbic acid on the supplement tells us it's got a pH for about 2.1, and this is bicarb powder, so it's very alkaline. So do this very slowly or you're going to have a massive explosion. As you see, it'll keep frothing up. Slowly, gently put it in there. And then we blend that for about a minute or so. But make sure you have your hand on the lid. And so here is the ultrasonic machine. So this is going to help us break down the molecules even further. You switch it on at the back and it's going to make a strange electrical sound when you switch it on. And you'll notice the two sections here up front. One is a temperature setting, which lets you keep an eye on the temperature of your mixture, which is really important. You don't want it heating up too much. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, so it is prone to oxidation. So you don't want the temperature to get too high. In fact, I probably wouldn't go over 32 degrees. And the other setting on the other side is the timer. So we're going to pour the mixture into our ultrasonic machine. And you'll notice straight away it'll give you a temperature reading of how warm your solution already is. You also want to be stirring your mixture quite regularly with either a plastic or a wooden spoon. The reason why you want to be stirring it regularly is because you want the solution to spend time at the bottom of the unit, because that's where the ultrasonic vibrations are the strongest, since this is what breaks apart the liposomes and makes them smaller and smaller. So you can have it in the machine for a minimum of 6 minutes. I sometimes like to have it for a little bit longer. I've certainly done it for 45 minutes. And other really great things that I've done is that I've included other antioxidants and vitamins and minerals whose absorption will be also increased. So things like CoQ10, vitamin E, you can add things such as magnesium, zinc, MSM, but for the purpose of this video, we're just doing ascorbic acid. So here we are, the solution's been in the ultrasonic machine for 6 minutes. So then we're going to switch it off at the back. And we're going to pour the formula into a glass jar. And this will last in your fridge for about 10 days. Personally, I take about 30 mils twice a day, but everyone's an individual and everybody has different requirements, and you'll notice how your body responds to different dosages. With more advanced conditions, we'll obviously need higher doses. And the great news is that they'll be able to tolerate it. Liposomal vitamin C will be providing a therapeutic dose directly into the bloodstreams, directly into the cells. So I hope I've made it easy to understand and you feel inspired to make your own liposomal vitamin C. Thanks for watching.